like it or not, and many seem to not, this has become the unofficial anthem of the World Cup. One very loud note, B flat to be precise, which to many of us sounds more like this. Or if you happen to be in a stadium, it probably sounds a lot like this. And all that noise comes from a lot of these. A piece of plastic tubing called a Vuvuzela. Wooden versions were once used by African villagers to scare off baboons. But now, they're a case study in Chinese mass production. 9 out of every 10 Vuvuzelas in the world are made in China, at factories like this one, run by Mrs. Wu. I'm very proud that our Vuvuzelas made it all the way to the World Cup, she told me.
So with just a few dozen workers in this one small, hot and very sweaty factory, Mrs. Wu says they're making more than 20,000 of these each day. So far this year, she says, they've made almost 1.5 million.
Because it doesn't take much to actually make a Vuvuzela. Raw plastic in, melted plastic out, into a mould and done. Raw plastic in, melted plastic out, into the mould and done. In another room, the edges are smoothed and polished. Wholesale cost about 40 US cents, and Mrs. Wu is hoping the Vuvuzela will be the next must-have for sports fans around the world. At the baseball, basketball, even the football. The next giant foam finger, perhaps. We've already received orders for the Asian Games, which is why we're still busy, she says. And so long after the World Cup is over, and especially if Mrs. Wu has her way, we probably haven't heard the last of this. John Vause, CNN, Ningbo, China.
And that's really awful. God.